Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lazy Universe and White and Nerdy, and it's time for, and I'm back with another Lazy Universe movie review. And this time, I apologize for the Tom and Jerry review. That will be pushed, maybe until March. I don't even know what happened. So, apologies because I know that this was the one that won the poll next to Blue Beetle, but until I figure out everything out, I'm just gonna have to kind of push it back until um March, or if not March, April. So here we are taking a look at Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. This is a film that a lot of friends of mine have told me about, and it's one that I've kind of been interested in. I've always loved animated films. And even seeing the trailer, I was kind of very interested in seeing what this film was all about. I really wanted to see just what was going on in this film's universe and everything. And it kind of seemed like The Little Mermaid if it combined with Luca and had a baby. And surprisingly enough, even though that is a weird analogy, it does fit into what Ruby Gillman is actually about. And this is going to be my review and my own opinions of Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, so if you haven't seen this film yet, there might be some slight spoilers ahead in this review for some people. And if you haven't seen this film yet, you owe yourself to seeing quite a magical, inventive, and very imaginative film because this is a really awesome film. So again, I'm just giving you guys my own thoughts and opinions on Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. This is just my own opinion. I don't have much of bad criticism to get across because mostly that this film does pretty much hold up well on its own. But yeah, man, I thought that this was a pretty much of a great blast of a film. I thought that they have done quite an amazing job at keeping the film continuity all together and really keeping very interesting characters to go about it. I know that some people might look at the animation style and be a little turned off by it. I admit when the trailer first announced, I would too, but I kind of looked past that because I've seen films with weirder animation qualities that I actually really didn't like. I've even seen cartoon shows with weird animation qualities that I still do like. So it really does take maybe a short time, maybe like one or two rewatches for some people to really dig into the animation here. But it is above all not a bad movie, just at all that is involved with Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. So this film absolutely is beautifully breathtaking. I'm very surprised of how much it goes to, and it introduces us into our teenage Kraken, who is named Ruby, but who doesn't know she's a Kraken. Ruby knows that she's different. Ruby knows that she's not like everybody else, but she doesn't exactly know what her true purpose is, but she does know that she's kind of a sea creature. But it does come into play later on in the film where we find out that Ruby is indeed a giant kraken, and that in her family, only the females can transform into giant kraken. But what's also really cool is that we find out that krakens are not evil. They have no intention of being evil. They don't want to be evil. Instead, they're ocean protectors, and that's pretty damn cool. But Ruby also has competition in this film in the style of Chelsea, and Chelsea is a kind of intriguing but also very, very annoying character. Which we later on find out that Chelsea is indeed a mermaid. But this is a bad thing that I will get back to in just a little bit here. But it was pretty cool that they revealed that Chelsea is a red-haired mermaid. And the reason why this is a bad thing is because mermaids and krakens have been at war for basically years upon years upon years, and it's bad that Ruby has a friend that is also a mermaid. If you're a fan of animated movies like I am, you will see this come back into play later in the film. It was kind of a cliche that after that moment came in, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a mermaid in here, and then I went, it's Chelsea, isn't it? And then later, when Chelsea saved Ruby from the clutches of an evil fisherman, kind of evil in quotation marks, and I was like, yeah, it's Chelsea. And then that big reveal came on, and I was like, well, that twist I didn't see coming, but I kind of knew that Chelsea was basically the villain in this. There is a very intriguing twist in here. I'm not going to spoil it for other people, but it's a pretty intriguing twist. It's like, just imagine like watching a Little Mermaid, but instead of Ursula being the villain, it was like King Triton. It really would be a people. Um, basically the same kind of vibe here. But I really did like that they decided to go with the route of the Kraken not being a giant monster, but instead a faithful protector. I thought that that was really, really damn cool. Like they making the Kraken be a superhero, and why not make Ruby, a superheroine? Because little girls look up to superheroines a lot, like Wonder Woman, Supergirl, even Moon Girl. Little girls are looking up to. So why not give them, a very positive teenage girl? And I love Ruby in this because, just like I said when I reviewed Blue Beetle, I can kind of relate to Ruby in the same way. She's quirky, she's dorky, she's very shy. She has like a close group of friends that she hangs out with, and basically, that is me even still to this day. I am still very, very socially awkward around people. I mean, I'm trying to do better at that, but it's just like, everything is going down a slow path here. And above all else, you know, I really did kind of like that they explain, like, with the Kraken, like, only females get the superpowers, which, like, well, that kind of seems, it's very intriguing, but it's also kind of like, kind of dumb. But then again, in nature, like, some females are actually bigger than males, so it's kind of like, okay, that you can get, like, the biology and everything that goes around in here. But not on top of the ocean, but at the bottom of the ocean, the beautiful scenes that they just put together were so breathtakingly amazing. And I'm a guy that loves undersea stuff. Like, I could watch under the sea documentaries or that game Abzu and just be blown away by it. It's like undersea stuff is just a guilty pleasure for me. I love it to pieces. It's just so beautiful and so breathtaking just to look at. And this film captures why I really do love the undersea life as much as I do to me personally. But when I said Ruby was a basically teenage superhero, yeah, I wasn't lying because this film actually measures her up to be basically a teenage superhero, and that's really damn cool. So if like giving little girls another superhero to look up to, and like I said, that's really damn cool. And even as a guy, I can even still look up to Ruby and be like, okay, this is a pretty cool superhero. Of course, leads into a giant kaiju type of battle deal that goes on here. And let me tell you, man, I'm a sucker of Godzilla films, so this was amazing for me. They even do reference Godzilla in this movie, which thank you for that. I really did enjoy the Godzilla reference, but the final battle was just like Godzilla porn for me in a sense. And even though it looks weird, even though it might be different appealing to different people, yeah, man, I still recommend Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken to everybody and anybody. I mean, besides, I do like The Little Mermaid as much as the next person, and while I didn't talk much about Luca back when I saw it, except for the one review, I did like Luca, to be totally honest with you guys. But personally, I think that uh, Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken is just an amazing film that should be seen by anyone young and old. I mean, it's a fucking beautifully animated film, and I know, like I said, the animation it is a little bit quirky, and maybe like for some people that they'd have to like sink into it. Puns, ocean puns, but I mean, give take if they just get the time just to kind of like sink into it. I'm pretty sure that they would see that this is a very beautifully brought together animated film, and I would love to see a TV series just spin off of this. Like, have Ruby had to deal with going to high school, but at the same time being protector of the ocean. That would be very amazing to see. There's also has an excellent voice cast, a very, very well chosen voice cast that really brought this to life, and I'm very happy with the voice cast that they have chosen. The animation is beautiful. The music, well, it mostly uses basically like I guess that they had paid for the copyrighted music. There aren't too many themes in this, which I would wish that they would have done truthfully though. But there is, I'm just saying for people, there is like mostly like copyrighted big music that is involved in this. So my Funko Pop rating of this movie is a little bizarre to me because I had to think about it when I was watching this. But my Funko Pop rating of Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken is going to be a magic because there is magic involved in this film. And even though I was against it when I first saw the trailer, and then the more I saw the trailer, the more I got into it, there is definitely animated magic that is happening in this film. So my Funko Pop rating of Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken is going to be a magic. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to let me know what you thought about Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, and if you would like to see a TV show or a sequel movie made, let me know in the comments down below as well. Be sure to follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. I've been Legion Universe, I've been waiting nudie. Keep eking on, and just to let you guys know, there will be a bonus video tomorrow, since tomorrow is my birthday. No idea what type of video that I will do. Just saying at the moment. But you just expect a bonus video to come up as of for my birthday, which was the 20th. So you guys can be on the lookout for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Lazy Universe, I've been Nudie. Keep it getting on, and until next time, guys, take care, and ladies, control your Kraken rage.